options. The first and foremost thing, okay, why financial well-being, okay, is for example, let's say, okay, you want to prepare food for a family. Today is Sunday morning. You want to prepare very tasty and healthy food for all the family members. What all you need? Can I check some answers in the chat box? What do you need to prepare a very tasty and healthy food for the family? I'll be more specific. Suppose, like, you want to prepare a pulao with, raita. Okay, curd raita. What are the ingredients or what are the, resources you need? Okay, I am able to see some answers, correct? Ingredients. Along with ingredients, what else we need? Okay. Yeah. So we need all ingredients. Okay. We need the combination of all ingredients, vegetables, rice, gas, like fire for cooking and all the utensils. Okay. These are all, we call it as a resources. Okay. All resources we need to add in such a way that the food becomes tasty. Correct. We need to add right amount of salt. We need to add right amount of spices. We need to add right amount of water, so that food is very tasty for for visibly tasty, as well as for the for tasting also. It's healthy also. Okay. So similarly, we have financial resources. Right? We all have financial resources, like we have our income sources like salary or business income or incentive, bonus, rental income, so many resources. Also, we have like other resources like loans, personal loan, vehicle loan, business loan, or credit card. Now many options are there: pay later, post pay, all options are there. Okay, these are all financial resources. Which resources need to be used at what point of time? When I have to take loans, how do I use my income? How do I use my rental income? Everything. It's about financial well-being is about using your financial resource in a efficient and more resourceful way. That is the first thing. Second thing, we all know, for example, tomorrow, let's say you want to drop your kid to the school morning. Sometimes there are some uncertainties. Okay, sometimes you want to drop your kid to the school by using your two-wheeler. Okay, sometimes two-wheeler is not starting. We face some problems, right? Sometimes two-wheeler is not starting, or when we take the vehicle to the road, there are some traffic jam. Some people are driving rashly. Okay, some youngsters are driving rashly, and many parents I know, they want to drop kid in the entrance also, in the gate itself. There's a parking place. They can park their vehicle and they can walk the kid to the school. But everybody wants to drop in the front. It creates a lot of traffic jam, and it will get delayed. So these are some of the shocks which we come across just when dropping kid to the school. Similarly, in a life there are many financial shocks we come across. Sudden loss of pay, loss of job, or loss of income, or say loss of breadwinner or family member, medical expenses. These uncertainties will come in the life. These are called as financial shocks. But if you have a financial well-being in place, you can absorb these shocks. I'm not saying you cannot avoid these shocks. There will be financial shocks, but when we are going through such a challenges, we can absorb these financial shocks, and we can still continue our journey. That's what. Then next thing is, for example, let's say next month, or maybe in April or May, okay, your daughter's or son's birthday is coming up. Okay, you want to celebrate the birthday because now COVID restrictions are not there. You want to welcome your friends, colleagues, or relatives and have a good moment with all of them. Okay, you want to celebrate your kid's birthday by inviting all of them. So what all the preparation we need to do? Can I see some answers in the chat box? what are the preparations we have to do to celebrate a birthday of our kid? Food, planning, location, good. Invite is, yeah. Order cake, very good. Nice. Cake is most important for celebrating birthday, yes. Buy gifts, nice. Okay, let me thank you all for your answers. Let me put it in this way. First, we need to prepare an invitees list. Then, based on the number of invitees, we have to book a hall. If it can be done in the home, it can be celebrated at home. Or if it is not sufficient, we'll book a party hall. We need to order the food. We need to consult an event planner to plan certain activities, entertainment activities, music, photographer, and decorations, everything, return gifts. All these things has to be planned properly so that the event goes very smoothly and everybody enjoys that event. Correct? Everybody who is attending the session, who is attending the event, they will have a great moment. They will enjoy. They will be more happy. Just imagine, to celebrate a small, 1-day birthday, we need a lot of preparation, right? We have to prepare invitees, we have to call them, we have to book a hall, everything is there. Okay. Similarly, in life, there are many, events. For example, you want to plan your kids' higher education, abroad education, or foreign education, or let's say you want to plan for your second innings. Okay. Or let's say you want to, plan for your trips, annual trips. So these are some of the things. Or you want to buy a home. So these are some of the plans. So what financial planning or financial well-being will do is will help you to meet current and future financial goals. And finally, okay, once we do all these things, we have a complete efficient use of all financial resources, and we are in a position to observe all financial stocks, and we are also planned our current and future financial goals. Then we are going to live a very happy, satisfied, healthy financial life. This is what we need, right? We need to be very peaceful, we need to be very happy, and we need to be very healthy. That is what the whole aim of financial well-being. Hope you got the clarity. For more clarity, what we'll do is we'll see one more short video so that we get more clarity on the financial planning. How many of you enjoyed the video? Say, I enjoyed the chat box. How was the video? We got more clarity about financial well-being and financial planning, right? I'll be interchangeably. I'll use the both words like financial well-being and financial planning. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So now we understood what you mean by financial planning. 1 second. Let me share the screen. Oh, yeah. So we understood what is meant by financial planning. But just by understanding, it will not help us, right? We need certain actions, right? We need certain action points. Okay, what I have to do, how to achieve financial well-being, what are the steps I need to take. Okay, how many of you are ready for actions? Say I'm ready for actions, or you say just put say actions in the chat box, so that we'll begin our actual session now. Great. I see nice participants. Everybody is very active and very responsive. Okay. I have come across many people. They want to save. They want to save certain money. What they do is they earn certain X amount of income. First, they want to spend all their manage their expenses, and some money will go into loans. And finally, whatever is left, they want to save it. Okay. For example, if somebody is earning 1 lakh and they want to manage all their loans and expenses, whatever is left, like maybe 10,000, 20,000, or 15,000, whatever is left, they want to save. But they're unable to save it, because at the end of the month, the money is not there. It will be absorbed by certain unexpected expenses and all those things. Okay, that's why they're not able to save. It's been going on. For example, like this month, okay, this month I already got my salary. I'll ensure that whatever is left this month, I'll save. Okay. For example, they've done all their they manage their loans, they manage their expenses, and they've done with all their expenses. Some money is there, like maybe 5,000, 10,000, whatever is there. But all of a sudden, on the same day or next, just before a day night, they're going through their mobile phone or social media or something, some attractive, something they wanted to buy, it is there. Now they are in two minds. Okay, should I buy this product or should I save? Anyway, I have not saved for so many years, only 1 month, right? Okay, this month also I'll buy that product. From next month onwards, I'll start saving that money. Then they go and order for that thing. Okay, they'll buy that. Again, what happens next month? Next month they want to do the same thing. Now April and May, it's a vacation time. Last 1.5 2 years, we are not done many vacations because of COVID restrictions and all. Let me enjoy this 2 months, because kids holidays there. Let me travel. From June onwards, I'll start investing. Then again it will be postponed to June and July. Again, in June schools are restarted. We have to manage school expenses, school fees, and everything. Again, it will get postponed to August. Like that, again festivals will come. Something or the other thing will keep on coming, and we keep on spending. Okay, and unable to save that money. So what is the solution for this? What is the best solution? The best solution is save before you spend. We need to change our money habits so that we start saving certain amount. How do we do that? For example, as soon as you get a salary, fix certain amount, maybe 5%, 10%, or 20%, whatever the amount you want to save it. First save it. Remaining amount, assume that this is your income, and spend that money. Spend it for loans, or spend it for your personal expenses, household expenses, whatever is there. Spend it without any guilt. But before spending, some money has to be saved. I'm not fixing any particular amount, but ideally it should be 20%. Why ideally 20%? I'll explain later in this session. But ideally it should be 15 to 20% has to be saved. So once we start cultivating this habit, then only we'll be able to channelize our money into savings, so that we'll start accumulating certain corpus towards savings. Otherwise, what only people who are saving at the end of them, certain months they might save, but again they'll take out that money and use it for something, or either for travel, or either for giving it to somebody, or serving a loan, whatever is there, they will take it out. But once we organize and we change our money habits, then we'll be able to start saving certain amount. Got it? So the first action point is save before you spend. Okay. What is the next? See, I told you, right? We come across a lot of financial shocks, uncertainty, medical emergency, or loss of family member, or loss of job, or loss of income, or closing of business. Of course, we in COVID, we have come across these kind of situations where many people, they lost their job especially people who are in restaurants and hotel industry and travel industry, they suffered their jobs, and their income got reduced. Okay, and they went through a lot of challenges. How do we manage such a challenging times? By having a proper emergency fund in place. What do you mean by emergency fund? The fund which will help you, which will come into the rescue when there's such a situation where there's a loss of job. Okay, I can manage at least next 2 to 3 months by using this emergency fund. Okay, how do I manage it? By setting aside a emergency fund. What should be the amount? Should I keep it here? To start with, at least we should have at least 2 months of emergency fund. The ideal time is 3 to 6 months. For example, my monthly expenses is, let's say, 50,000 rupees. I should have at least 1,50,000 to 3 lakhs set aside as an emergency fund. I can use this amount when there's an emergency. So how emergency fund will help in case of a job loss, in case of medical emergency, or in case of any unplanned or expenses are there. Okay. Ideally it should be 6 months to start with. As I told you, 2 to 3 months is good amount to start with. Where it has to be parked? It has to be there either in your savings account or FDs or liquid funds. So, for example, you want to save 3 months of your expenses. First month expenses, you keep it in your savings account itself, so that you can access it immediately. Another 2 months, next month you can keep 1 month expense, you can keep it in bank FDs, so that whenever his requirement is there, you can break FD. Otherwise, FD will continue to earn certain interest better than your savings. Or certain amount you can park in liquid mutual funds. There's something called as liquid mutual funds, which will also earn almost equivalent to FD rates. But these are also it can be withdrawn. They are not subject to market risk and all those things. So you can take that money and use that money for your emergency purposes. Okay. This will also help, especially for women who are taking a break during their maternity leave. They might take some most of the companies, I think, they provide 3 months of maternity leave. Some companies they provide 6 months, depending on the company policy. But sometimes we need to extend that leave because of so many reasons and all those things. This emergency fund can also be used, because that time one person income reduces, right? Because your husband will be, your spouse will be working, but your income might get reduced. That time, to plan this, we need emergency funds. And also, as I told, certain medical expenses and all those things. Okay. Yeah. As I told you, in COVID, there is a lot of challenges, like job loss and income loss of income, or a reduction in the income and all those things, that we can manage it with the help of emergency fund. Some people have a question: what if if there's a loss of breadwinner, or if there's a loss of family member? 3 to 6 months is not enough, right? We need to plan for entire remaining future. How do we plan this? How do we replace this? How do we back up this financial challenge? For that, we have something called as term insurance policy. I think many people might be aware about what is insurance. Okay, but very few people are clear about term insurance. Okay, why term insurance? How it will help and all this. So usually term insurance comes with a good amount of cover. It starts with 50 lakhs and 1 crore or 2 crores. It goes on depending on your requirement, depending on your financial goals, depending on your liabilities. We need to have certain amount cover. Sometimes it can be 50 lakhs, sometimes it can be crore, or for some people you might need 2 crores. So how this will help? In case of any event, that entire sum assured will be given to the nominee, so that nominee can use this money to fulfill their requirements. Certain amount, they can keep it for managing future cash flows. Certain amount will be kept aside for kids' future. Certain amount can be kept here for loans, for paying loans or closing out the loans. So some of the show will run. Okay, many people have lost their life, especially the recent incident after our Punit Rajkumar's incident, many people have realized that the importance of term insurance, and they are taking some actions. So it's better to have a term insurance instead of normal policy. Okay. So who should buy term insurance? Term insurance should be ideally should be taken by the breadwinners. If both husband and wife are both are earning members, then both should have term insurance, so that in case of any unfortunate event, the one person will get some corpus, and that can be used. Because I think somebody is unmuted. Can you please unmute them? Thank you.
Yeah.
How much money should be there? So as I told you, it should cover your future expenses, it should cover your loans, and also it should help you to fulfill certain goals, at least basic goals like kids education or second innings planning and all those things. Even though wedding and other things can be taken care later, but at least basic expenses should be covered. Ideally, we suggest 10 times of their annual income. For example, let's say my annual income is 12 lakhs. I should have at least 1.2 crores of term insurance. So always go for pure term covers. Don't go for endowment plans or money back plans and all those things. This is because the intention of those plans is to save your taxes, but here our intention is to have a proper cover. Got it? The first point is save before you invest, and the second point is set aside certain emergency fund for taking care of unforeseen events, and third thing is having a term cover for backup plan. And finally, okay, I have set aside money, I have a term insurance, everything is there. What if there is a medical emergency? Suddenly a family member need to be admitted to the hospital. Who will pay the hospital bills? Today's hospital bills cost somewhere between 2 lakhs to 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs depending on the severity. And who will borrow, who will rescue this situation? Who will help in this situation? Many people, to manage that situation, either they'll take a loan, or they swipe their credit cards, or they have to pledge their gold and take a loan again, or they have to sell some of their assets. This is how they are managing this kind of a unforeseen medical emergencies. And to overcome this challenge, okay, it will take its own time, because taking a loan is easy. Bank will give personal loan or credit card loan or gold loan. Bank will give in 2 days, 3 days. Sometimes they give within 124 hours. But to repay that loan, it takes years. Sometimes it takes 1 year. Sometimes it takes 2 years. Sometimes it may take 5 years also. It's a big dent in our financial well-being. So what we have to do, to plan for this kind of situation, having a proper health insurance policy. Some people might be having their employer provided health insurance, maybe 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, or 5 lakhs. Okay, I'm telling you that amount may not be sufficient. Sometimes you need to take a break from your work. If there is a hospitalization required in that period, then that group insurance or employer insurance may not help you. What to do in that case? Or the group insurance or whatever the employer insurance, whatever is provided, it will be there till the work, till the time you work there. After that, it stops. Who will continue? Because these insurance policies, they say that you need to take health insurance when you are very healthy and when you are fit. When you going through some health challenges, when you are having certain medical issues, if you approach a insurance company to get a health insurance, many times they reject. They don't give you a medical insurance because they don't want to take a risk on the that particular health, because they have to spend that money, right? Okay. So I keep getting calls from my friends and some of my relatives. There is a medical emergency or there's some medical issue. That time they call up, so and so issue is going on. Can we get a health insurance? Unfortunately, I'll not be in a helping position, because we'll not be able to suggest them a health insurance, because directly their case gets rejected. They won't get a proper health coverage. So we come across a lot of health challenges, and since we are living in a city, I don't want to scare you people. Okay, I'm not here to scare you or something, but I want to tell you some facts and figures, okay, so that you get some clarity about this importance of health insurance. Okay, so these are some of the 10 diseases which many of the cities people or many of the people even in towns also there come across this kind of issues. Majority of them are going through a lot of cardiac issues, heart related issues. It can be heart attack, or it can be angioplasty, or it can be bypass surgery, whatever is required. Okay, 2,500 out of 1 lakh, every 1 lakh people, 2,500 people are going through these challenges. Some people are having respiratory, diarrhea, respiratory diseases, or digestive diseases, cancers. So many things are there. Okay, I don't want to discuss more detail about it because of the time. But having a proper health cover, will help us to face these situations, so that there is no big dent in our financial well-being. What is the cover we need? People who are living in Bangalore city need at least 10 to 20 lakhs of family floater. Those who are living in outside Bangalore, maybe smaller cities like tier 2, tier 3 cities, they need at least 5 to 10 lakhs of family cover for husband, wife, and kids. Okay. So parents also, we need to have certain medical emergency fund. If they have health insurance, it's well and good. If they don't have, along with health insurance, keeping certain medical emergency fund will also come in place. So we will discuss in detail about tax saving and other things. Okay, so these are some of the things which there. So till now, what are the points we discussed? Can we quickly summarize? I want you people to put it in the chat box.